Yes. These are babies. These are babies. Hi y'all, I'm Miss Stacy. Welcome to Stacy's Homestead, and today we're going to be canning up some ground beef. Now I have a couple tips for y'all. One of them is don't can your ground beef raw pack. You need to add some type of broth that has maltodextrin in it, because it's an additive that helps keep this the texture of your ground beef more palatable. You know what I mean? So I did it before once, you know, dried canned, which means just raw packing. Okay, raw packing the hamburger meat in here, and even cooked it before and put it in here and added nothing, no liquid, and it just, the smell of it is kind of like dog food, and it just doesn't taste very good, and it's just not very appealing. So, but when you put the beef bouillon and make a broth out of it, with the maltodextrin in it, and probably maybe some other things that might work in its favor as well, keeps it really delicious. And I can this stuff up all the time, and it's so good, especially when you add like we're gonna add today, some onions and peppers and some good flavor to it as well. Now you can use onion soup mix too, and that has that in there as well. So let's bring it in and we'll get cooking. Alrighty guys, so what we're gonna add in here in our skillet is a little bit of butter, okay? Because we're going to put these peppers in here. So I have 3 jalapenos. Now we're doing, let's see how many pounds of meat here. We might be doing about 12 pounds of meat, guys, okay? So with the 12 pounds of meat and 3 jalapenos is not going to be spicy. It's just going to give it that good extra little umph. Okay, it won't be bad spicy at all. So a little extra flavor. Now we're going to put 1 onion in, okay? And we're going to saute these up. Now sometimes, see, I cut these right here. You can saute these up too, which I'm on the fence. Part of me wants to put them in my jar, you know, nicely for like a little decoration. But I think we're gonna chop these up and add them. Alright guys, so we have our pot of jalapenos and onions cooking. I chopped these peppers up here. Put these in here, and then I have a Ziploc baggie from my freezer of bell peppers from 2020 that I have frozen, and we're gonna add these in there too. They're getting a little freezer burnt. Gotta use them. And that's gonna be super delicious. We're just going to saute them up to release the flavors in here, because I like to have some flavor to my hamburger meat, so it's already ready and ready to go for any meal. We want it ready for anything we want to use, just basic flavors, and that'll be good in any dish. Alright guys, so we got our vegetables all cooked up here, and we're going to add our hamburger meat, and because my pot is not ginormous, we're going to just do, I have 2 packs, 2 6-pound packs, so it's about 12 pounds here. We're going to do 1 pack at a time and take it out as we go. And it doesn't have to be completely cooked. We're just doing it enough to where it's cooked up a bit and has a texture to it, okay? It could be a little raw in the middle. It doesn't have to be thoroughly cooked through because we're canning it. We're going to add a little at a time, cook it up, then add more. So we're going to cook a little bit at a time, okay? And then when that's cooked up, we'll add more. Just keep on doing like that. Should be able to do all of the meat. The key is to cook it a little bit at a time as you go, okay? So that way we'll get it all in there. Alright, I'll come back to you when that's done. Alrighty guys, so we're transferring our meat into this bowl here. I didn't tell you, I didn't add any salt to this because our beef bouillon is salted enough, so you don't need to add salt, okay? But if you weren't using beef bouillon and you were dry packing or whatever, then you would add salt. But, alright, so let's get this removed and then we'll start on our broth. Alright, so I'm going to fill my stock pot full of water. We're going to go halfway with water. I'm not sure how much I'll need. Probably not more than half of stock pot. Let's see. We can always make more, you know? Alright, so let's get, before the water heats up, add in our bouillon. Even if it's hot, you can still add it in. I don't know what that would be. Probably a third cup. This is no measure. This is taste as you go. So I'm thinking about a third cup. Taste it, and if you put too much in, just add more water. If you didn't put enough in, add more. That's just what I do. Okay, we're going to bring this up to a simmer. And then while that's coming up to a simmer, I want to add more onion. We're going to add chopped onion because I love the onion flavor. They're sticking. Okay, add some chopped onion. That's why the onion soup mix is really good. It gives a really good flavor. It's because of the onion. I think that's good. I'll do a little more. There we go. I'm back to the bottom of this. There. I don't know. Just a good, probably handful of onions. Dehydrated onion, chopped onion. And then we'll taste it and see what else needs to be done here. Alright guys, so it's up to a simmer. And the thing is you want your broth to taste a little too stronger than you like. You know what I mean? So when you taste it, make it just a tiny bit stronger than what you would like because you're also flavoring the meat that's really has no flavor right now. So it's pretty salty, which is good. It has that strong beef flavor and a strong onion flavor. And that's perfect for flavoring this meat. So, well, it sits there in the canner, you know? So we're done doing that. And you know what? I think I'll add a little bit of pepper. Let's add a little, don't add too much pepper because pepper, when you freeze pepper and when you can pepper, it gets stronger. So it just gives it a little bit more of a kick. So depending on how much pepper flavor you like, you know, just remember it's going to probably double, enhance it more in the canner and when you freeze it. I remember the first time I made really spicy chili, it was perfect, and then I froze it, and then it was the spiciest thing I've ever had. And I realized that when you freeze spices like that, it enhances it a lot. You can have Worcestershire sauce, whatever you want. I just want a plain beef salty flavor, basically. Alright guys, let's start filling our jars. We're just going to put our jars up to, fill it up to 1-inch headspace here. You can see it. Can you see it? Okay. About 1-inch headspace. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put some broth on here. Try a little bit more hamburger meat. Not too much more. Okay, and then debubble it. Debubble real good because this has a lot of little spaces here. Alright. Add just a little more than 1 inch. 1-inch headspace, just a tad bit more. Alright. Guys, so we have our jars all finished up here. Finished cleaning these rims. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I got this hamburger meat for $2.99 a pound. So that's awesome. I haven't seen that price in a while. So these are, I have 3 quarts. Actually, I have 4 quarts and 4 pint and a halves that fit in my canner. So, and I'm going to use 4 Tatler lids and 4 regular tin lids. So I'm going to go over it twice because it's greasy stuff here. Make sure. Now I did a little less than 1 inch headspace for the Tatler lids and 1 inch headspace for the regular lids. So Tatlers need a little bit extra room for expansion there. So we're going to just put our lids on. Use the tins for the ones that are super full. I guess I decided to only use 1 for that one. So we got 90 minutes for quarts and pint and a halves because pint and a halves are larger than a pint. And then 75 minutes for pints. So it's going to be 90 minutes because we're not doing any pints. And I'll come get you when I'm done. Fingertip tight, remember. Fingertip tight. I'll show you a Tatler one real fast. Let's get that Tatler. Even dropping stuff everywhere. Tatlers, you need to put them in boiling hot water. Soften that up a bit. Just fingertip tight. There we go. Alrighty, so while we have those quarts and the pint and a half jars canning for 90 minutes, we're going to can up the rest of our beef here in pint jars. And these pint jars will be canned for 75 minutes when those are done. So I'll just fill up one of these for you. Just so you can take a gander at a pint jar getting filled up. Same thing, just leave an inch, a little less than 1 inch headspace. I'm doing the pint jars because these will be awesome for nachos, taco salad, you know, stuff like that. A little personal taco, you know. So yeah, what I love to use canned beef for is, of course, enchiladas, right? You got your enchiladas, you got your tacos, then you have your taco salad, like I said, and then you have and your nachos, but then you have your beef stroganoff, like beef noodles with egg noodles. You can add it to top ramen. You can add it to some leftover beans and make a quick chili. It's really, really good to have on hand, especially when you forget to take that hamburger meat out and you just don't want to sit there and defrost it and cook it. This is the way to go. Let's do one more. I'm probably going to have to can up some beans along with this because I won't have a full canner. So I'll probably add some beans. I think I'll do some black beans because I'm running low on black beans. We'll can up some black beans with this. And I just dry pack it. Add a little hot water and let it soak in the jar. And then let it soak in the jar just for a couple hours. It just helps, I think, with the headspace. So that's what I do. when I dry can beans. So there we go. And then put your lids on. I'll just use all tins because it's what I got out already. I soak my tins in hot water. Clean our rims with vinegar and we're good to go. And then what I'll do is I'm not gonna put the lids on all the way. So when you have an next batch waiting to be processed, you don't want to tighten your lids all the way because it might just seal on you, right? You don't want to do that because a seal doesn't mean it's good. Some people are like, "Yay, my jar's sealed on the counter. Does it mean it's good?" No, it's not good. It has to be processed. So, because it's going to seal due to temperature change. That's all that makes a seal. So when you put your lids back on and you're waiting for your next round, you're gonna just do it loosey-goosey, like this, because I haven't cleaned my rims yet, but you're just going to do it loosey-goosey, okay? Don't tighten it down, okay? Because it'll just seal on you. You don't even need to put it on, just like cover it a little bit, just so the flies or whatever doesn't get into it while you're waiting. That's what I do. Putting black beans in here, a heaping half cup. Just a little bit more, because they're pretty small, so I just do a little bit more. It works out perfect usually. Then we'll put hot water in here and let it set for 2 hours, and then we'll stir it and then can it. Alrighty guys, so along with these beans, I'm going to put the leftover broth in there because I don't mind them canning for 75 minutes, even though broth requires less time. It's cool because there's nothing in it to like break down a whole lot, you know? It's just broth. So yay, I got a full canner now. Alrighty guys, it's all done. I went swimming while I was waiting on this. So let's check it out. Oh, so I took the dogs swimming. And they want to come in, but they're wet and muddy. They went running in the dirt, so I'm like, "You're not coming in." So that's a whining. So we're gonna take these out now. Looks nice, super good. Let me get a oven mitt. Look at that! Look at that! That's good stuff. Let's see. There's one. It's already sealed. Let's get this Tatler out. Let's crank it down while we can. Might have had a little siphoning on this one. Let's see. We'll see. This is good. Looks super delicious. This Tatler has stuff on it too, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If it doesn't seal, we're having tacos. This one looks good. It's already sealed. It's already sealed, yeah. Alright. But you never know. Sometimes they'll seal. There we go. Alright, so these look all good. They look delicious. So, actually, only one of the Tatlers. The other one's sealed. It's concave. So this Tatler one might have siphoned. We'll see if it seals. So we got one down, maybe. That's not too bad. Alright, so I'm gonna get the canner rinsed out and filled up for my next load. Okay, so let's take the pints out and see what we got here. We got all of our broth on the top. Broth's up there. That looks real good. Tighten this real fast. Oh, here we go. Got our beans. I'm added to it. Everything looks real good. Everything's looking good. My husband's playing the radio really loud, sorry. Hopefully you can't hear it. There we go. All right. Put a towel. Put a towel down right here. I'm not sure if these tattlers. This one did not seal for sure, so we got one that didn't seal. We'll just put this quart, these ones, cool down. We'll put it in the fridge. Cook with it. Cook with it tomorrow or the next day. Okay, everything else is perfect. Yes. All the stuff is perfect. No siphoning this time. There we go. No siphoning in any of the meat. Yay! I only got 4 pints. We only got 4 pints. Alright, y'all, looks good. So that's how you do that. And canned ground beef, that's how I do it at least. So we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 jars of ground beef, and then one that didn't seal. So on the rest, we've got some beans and some broth. So we'll just talk to you later. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.